Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fearless Floyd Show. As always, I am your host, Fearless Floyd. I am, and yeah, I did pull that up. Okay. Whew. I don't even know where to begin with this because the foolishness, the clown show, the theater, it's appalling. It's from every side, everything. The world's gone mad. Really? No. Actually, the world is at war. If you haven't, we are in World War III. Obviously, we're in a proxy war with Russia via Ukraine. All right. You can't deny that. We're in trade war with just about freaking every country in the world. Wasn't bad enough when putting sanctions on them. Then the tariffs came, and well, it's been a domino effect from there. So uh, we just went in and took over Venezuela. You see, Greenland's next. Okay. Uh, the whole Venezuela deal. There's some pretty pissed off people, and that would be Russia and China because you know, as big as those countries are, and as much as they need the resources in Venezuela, they were willing to share. They didn't mind that the United States was there and had their hand in the pie as well, and they were copacetic with that. Hey, there's plenty of oil for everybody until there wasn't. So that oil spigot that they had that got cut off. That silver that they just acquired from Venezuela that got cut off. I'm sure they purchased gold as well. Those are all staples, commodities, exports of Venezuela. The accurate number is unknown due to smuggling, all that stuff. But we are literally in World War III. Listen, folks, if you haven't caught on, the United States will not be stopped. Okay? And I know you're going, what are you talking about, Floyd? Well, you know, they're calling this thing artificial intelligence, this race to become the dominant AI. Okay? That's, if you haven't seen the plan, I think it's planned tomorrow, whatever. Today, tomorrow. I played it before. The whole AI plan they published in July of 2025, the Trump administration. They will not be stopped. There's nothing that's going to stop them. No country, no man, no corporation, no military, no people. Uh-uh. This isn't a race, folks. It's a war. It's an all-out dominant war. And they're not going to stop. Just like you see what they're doing now, they're hedging up their national security interests. Yeah, they need Greenland. They want Greenland. We've been on Greenland. We have a deep underground military base in Greenland, which most people don't know. It was abandoned and they forgot about it. I don't know how you do that when you have a mini nuclear reactor there. I mean, they pull it out, but really? Huh. I wonder what else they've forgotten about, right? So, yeah, we're in the middle of a world war. And if you don't believe me what's going on, okay, because I've been telling you this and telling you this, telling you this, telling you this, telling you this. Nobody's listening. People are stupid, stuck on stupid. Even people I know, stuck on stupid. Stuck on stupid. It's amazing. But once I snapped, I was like, man, these people are dumb as a fucking box. What am I doing hanging around with these people? These people ain't going nowhere. But anyway, we're in this damn world war. So let me explain that to you how that works. Because the United States is such a fucking bully, a juvenile delinquent, with no boundaries, no morals, no scruples, no ethics, just a parasite that now cannot fail because the United States economy relies on the world dominance of the Federal Reserve note, not the US dollar, the Federal Reserve note. Just a piece of funny paper that's a promise to pay. So, because of long-term U.S. dominance and hegemony across the globe, and all the sanctions we put on these countries for doing whatever, and they decided they were sick of it, and they decided okay, well, maybe we don't need the United States to do commerce, and hey, we don't need that dollar. Note, that IOU. Why don't we just trade our own currencies? Wouldn't that be a lot simpler since we're closer anyway? So that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Venezuela wanted to join BRICS. Right? Well, can't let that happen either. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. That's just the main partners. There's a whole bunch of them in there. Enough to cause a tsunami across the United States of America. And if you haven't caught on to that the dollar can listen, you just watched it hyperinflate in front of your eyes, okay? But that just wasn't enough for you, okay? And let me explain that, because one of my coworkers who's been buying silver for just freaking forever, and he had a lot. And when silver hit $80, his guys told him that was the top. Dump it. And he ran around like a madman dumping his silver. He probably had Eagles, and I know he had probably Buffalo Rounds, and I know he had some bars. So he had an assortment. So he probably averaged out $75 an ounce. Right now, as of 6:06 Pacific Standard Time, $89.40. That bad boy is $69. That's a Morgan, a 1921 Morgan. That's worth $6.50. It's actually worth more because it's a barber dime. Just because it's a barber dime. Just wait till these hit $10 for a dime. That's hyperinflation. And that happened right in front of your eyes. Within 1 year, silver went from like $20 all the way up to almost 100. It was, I don't know what the high was today, but it was probably around $94. So as soon as it crests over that 100, let's just put it this way, okay? We're going to go to sleep Friday, and it's going to be one price. We're going to wake up Monday morning, and it's going to be probably $4 or $5 more, if not higher. And that's going to get even higher. And you're going to look back one day and you go, man, $75 an ounce for silver. Whew, really? You bought in at that? Man, you got a deal. Because most of these people, they've been out running around selling their silver. So there's plenty to buy. Plenty to buy here in the States. I don't know what it looks like overseas. But that's your dollar hyperinflating in front of your eyes. And everybody's like, okay, everything costs more. So if BRICS, which they already have their own currency, they already have the BRICS note, they already have their own payment system, they already have their own digital currency, they have everything to operate within their little group without the assistance of the United States or the existing banking system. Mm-hmm. And when they do pull that trigger and consolidate and eliminate the Federal Reserve note and Treasury securities, and they quit buying those. Those ain't worth shit either. Those fools over there just spending money like like he comes on rolls of toilet paper. Yeah. Trump just asked for 1.5 trillion, another 500 billion for the military. What are they building? What are they getting ready for? You have to look at the overall picture of what's going on. So obviously we're going to go over to Iran and we're going to help Iran. Why? Well, what has a lot of influence in Iraq? Oh, Iran. Do we need to come over there and clean it all out? Well, the world's largest embassy is in where? Baghdad. Right? World's largest embassy. Bigger than the Vatican. Incredible. So don't for one doubt think that we are not at war with the world. The world is yeah, they're not happy with the United States of America. All of them are concerned. Everybody is. Because like I said, they're just calling it a race, but it's a war. And for AI dominance, it's a war. One of the most important persons on the face of the planet is Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, the chip maker. But not only are they making chips, boy, are they diversifying. They didn't put all their eggs in one basket with just gaming. They expanded. Okay? And we all know gaming is just huge. I mean, I forget the number that they have access to. But how many people do you know that have games and played gaming and they're gamers, right? A lot of them. Yeah, it's all connected. You'll get it. Before I go, Anne's workshop. This is a brand new thing Anne and I just set up today, right before I came on the show. She's working on getting the new website transferred over to .com. She's come out with 2 more books. I don't know. We're up to 15 books. It's a point where I can't even keep up. Yeah. And you're going to be able to come in here and get everything that you need to everything about trusts, manage trust, run it like a pro, the whole 9 yards, all the trust accounting, everything. This could be Anne's workshop. It is currently private. It's over on Telegram. That's the only place it'll be. And that's where we're going to be teaching all the classes and doing all the fun stuff. And we're gonna walk people through all of this and get them all on the right level with whatever type of trust they need. This includes wills, healthcare directives. Because believe me, last thing you want is to be incapacitated and then have your life in the hands of somebody that's like looking over you at everything that you got that they can go get as soon as they DNR. Sure. No problem. Can't wait to drive that Benz. seen that before, have I? Anyway, so she's got the workshops coming out. Like I said, she just did this new book, the Understanding Your Irrevocable Trust. She wrote that because, man, like I said, clowns to the right, me clowns to the left. I'm in the middle of just a circus. There's too many people out there, man, that are just not giving you guys correct information. And she's she goes and plays in all these rooms and listens, and oh god, and people are paying thousands of dollars to get lied to. Thousands of dollars to get lied to. It's insane. I just don't get it. I mean, god damn, would you please send me that money? So, if you haven't been paying attention to the private process category, apparently Brandon Joe Williams and USFL are, I don't know if it's a intellectual war, a race war, an insult war, or just the depravity of how low that category has has sunken. To each his own. I don't have anything against you, USFL. He's a fellow Texan. He's up in DFW, Fort Worth. Yeah. I just, when you start hurling racial slurs at each other, that crosses the line with me, because I was raised in a world ghetto. I didn't understand race, and I was with Cubans, Egyptians, Arabians, people from other Puerto Ricans, Cubans, yeah, people from all these other places. Yeah, that's who I grew up with until I moved over on this side of town. That's why I moved in with the white folk. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I look white, so I'll just blend right in. Remember, I'm just an Indian, okay? Little old American Indian. That's me. Anyway, that's a clown show that's going on, and I don't know where that's going. I don't even know why it's going. I sent USFL an email. I don't have his email. I just went got it off YouTube and said, hey, man, don't leave that alone, dude. Come on. He's got his audience, and let them be their audience. And I had to tell him where that audience came from. And it's the same audience, the same people. I've watched them jump from one guru to the next. It's stupid. But, it's their time, money, and energy. Let them spend it how they want it. So I won't get into that. Y'all want some technology? Let's get the depressing part out of the way. So I was scrolling on my personal Facebook page, and this popped up. And this is our local Channel 2 NBC affiliate. So legacy media, mainstream media, and you really don't have to say any more than that, because I believe this guy wrote this. Yeah, right here. Anthony Yanez. He's the chief meteorologist. So that means this dude went to school and got him an education. He probably got him a degree or 2 or 3, or maybe. Huh? What you think? So this guy, let's go see what he looks like. Yeah, here he is. There you go. That is what an idiot looks like, okay? Or a mockingbird. I don't know. Take your pick. It could be both, right? Or should we put like an extra one for all the above? So, Chief Meteorologist Anthony Yanez forecasts the weather weekday evenings on KPRC News at 5, 6, and 10, so he just will not miss lying to you. He joined the team in 2003 as Hurricane Claudette was ready to slam the Texas coast. 2015, he joined KMBC in Los Angeles, and after 6 years, he returned back to Houston. Born in Albuquerque, he holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in journalism, mass communications from the University of New Mexico. He earned his broadcast meteorology certificate from Mississippi State University. He's also a published author of the children's book, A Wild Ride on the Water Cycle, A Jake and Alice Adventure, A Tale of Two Water Drops. In addition, Anthony is a sports enthusiast and has competed in cycling races, triathlons, half marathons. He enjoys skiing and golf. Anthony loves sharing his knowledge of meteorology and making it easy to understand. Since 2003, he has visited schools around the city to show children the science behind weather. His demonstrations include experiments, demonstrations, and even portable green screens so the students can do the weather live. His work can be seen here. Anthony holds seals of approval with prominent weather organizations, including the American Meteorology Society, AMS, the National Weather Association, NWA. I almost can't make that up. He also served as a member of the AMS Station Scientists Committee from 2019 to 2023 and notable accolades. He's a two-time Emmy Award recipient. There you go. He'll probably win another one this year for this story. 2002, recipient of the American Meteorological Society's Award for Excellence in Science and Reporting by broadcast meteorologist Beth Weathercast of 2020 by the Radio and Television News Association of Southern Cal. Yeah, let me get my happy ass out of the way. I just realized, hey, you're in the way, dude. Oh, yeah, give him a black background, too. Come on, man. Freaking editor. I'm going to fire that dude. All right. Speaking of editors. All right, so here we go. Let's go see what this idiot, we'll just leave it at that, has to say, right? Lines above Houston. Actually, let me pop myself up over here. There we go. Oh, we already did that. Did y'all watch the noon show? Yeah, it was at noon. I did Trust the Plan. That was the AI plan. There we go. All right. So as you see, this is the picture that they took. And I don't know where this is at. Yep, doesn't say. But I'll read it to you. And here we go. Over the past few months, I've received quite a few photos from viewers and taken a few myself showing contrails in the sky. See, he's already told you what they are before even, yeah, they're contrails. No question about it. No such thing as chemtrails. So anyway, contrails, short for condensation trails, are the thin white lines left behind by jet aircraft as they pass overhead. They're most noticeable on days when the sky is clear or mostly clear. This is one I captured during a morning walk. One, that's 1, 2, 3, that's 4, bro. 5, if you count this one back here at the bottom. This is 1. No. This is 5. Okay. This is how idiotic this dude is. He can't even count. Whew. All right. This morning, when I opened my email, I found this question. Can you please investigate why it is so important that chemtrails be done on the most beautiful and perfect skies? It is so ridiculous that it litters the sky right at this very moment. Well, Michelle Reimersma, I hope I said that right. If I didn't, I apologize. But I would imagine you're a fellow Houstonian, so please forgive me. Uh, and listen, I live in Northwest Houston, so I get to sit here and watch all the planes fly east and west and southwest from Bush Intercontinental Airport. Absolutely. And I'll show you some photographs of that. So at the end of this article, I'll address chemtrails, but let's first address how these lines in the sky form. Okay, are y'all ready for this? This fool is going to tell us how these form. Okay, contrails form when the hot, humid exhaust from the jet mixes with very cold, hot air high in the atmosphere. When there's enough moisture in that air, condensation occurs. Water vapor changes from a gas into a tiny liquid droplets or ice crystals, creating thin white streaks we see behind aircraft. These typically form at high altitudes where temperatures are extremely cold, often colder than less than 40 degrees, negative 40, minus 40. It's a process that's very similar to what happens when you breathe out a cold winter day and you can see your breath form a small cloud. You may have noticed that on some days the cloud lingers, while on others it disappears almost instantly. The same idea applies to contrails. How long a contrail lasts depends on how much moisture is already in the surrounding air. Drier air leads to contrails that fade quickly, while more humid air allows them to linger and spread. Bullshit! In this photo sent to Click Two Pins from Toby in Lake Livingston, you can see the difference clearly. The lower plane isn't producing a contrail because it's flying through dry air. Higher up, there are more contrails visible because the atmosphere contains more moisture. I'm sorry. Oh my God. This guy's teaching your kids, okay? This idiot. Occasionally a jet, especially while climbing or descending, will pass through layers of atmosphere with different moisture levels. When that happens, the contrail can appear broken or segmented rather than as one continuous streak. I wonder who sent him this script. These gaps are simply a sign that the plane is moving in and out of drier or more humid air. Oh my God. The history of contrails. Contrails were first observed during the earliest high-altitude flights in the 1920s. At the time, they drew little attention. That changed during World War II, when long-lasting contrails behind military bombers made aircraft visible from miles away and became a serious operational concern. In 1953, scientist H. Appleman published a chart that could accurately predict when atmospheric conditions would allow contrails to form. That research is still relevant today. Modern military aircraft, including stealth bombers, use similar atmospheric guidance when planning missions because the aircraft isn't true stealthily. Should I call Lieutenant Colonel Sandy Mirecki, test pilot, and find out if this is true? Oh my God. Y'all want to see any more of this? I mean, this is just lies. I cannot keep going. Addressing the elephant in the sky. I know many of you heard claims that the government or some other agency is spraying chemicals from aircraft. These claims refer to so-called chemtrails or chemical trails. When you hear an extraordinary claim like this, it requires extraordinary evidence. Despite the emails I occasionally receive suggesting I'm covering something up, I've never been shown credible, verifiable evidence that supports the idea of chemical spraying. Because you haven't looked, you freaking moron. Tell you what, somebody contact this idiot, tell him to come on the Fearless Floyd show, and we're going to do a walkthrough, and I will walk this clown through all the photographs of the pilots with their patches, with the interior of the planes, full of tanks, all the tubing, the exterior of the plane with all the nozzles. Yeah, fucking moron. What we do have is well-documented atmospheric science. Yeah, yeah, just like that vaccine you told everybody to go get, right? That you still haven't apologized for and taken responsibility for. Questioning what we see as healthy, but the explanations should be grounded in evidence, physics, and decades of research, not speculation. Well, there's people that are researching it, bro. And obviously it's not you because you're not smart enough. So if you believe we're being poisoned from the skies, it's worth pausing to ask a few basic questions. Why would this happen in broad daylight, where everyone can see it? Why not at night or on overcast days when visibility is poor? Forecasting cloud cover is relatively straightforward, so hiding such activity would be easy if it was actually happening. Well, you want me to explain that to you? They don't give a shit. They've got so much to spray, they're spraying 24 fucking hours anyway. They spray at night, absolutely. You can look and see, between the clouds, and you see a chemtrail in the moonlight. I've seen it. And then they have people like you who come on and, try to blow smoke up our ass and tell us, hey, don't believe your lying eyes. Well, fool, if you did your goddamn research, you would realize, okay, since we've started seeing chemtrails, autism spiked, dementia, early onset dementia, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, obesity. Do you see the health epidemic? And you're perpetuating this, Mr. Meteorologist. So anyway, boom, boom, boom. Do you know a pilot? I think so. I know one. So, yeah. Me and this dude need to have a talk. Right here. Anthony Yanez. I guess I'll send him an email. He doesn't have a clue. So anyway, the chemtrail story, right? Y'all like those? That's my roommate from Puerto Rico. Square business. Yep. All right, let's go over here to chemtrails. So these are some pictures and videos that I've shot. Just, I walk outside, walk my dog, and boom, chemtrails lit up the sky. So you can see that's an old one. This is the new one. And I'm going to show you some pictures in a minute. There's another old one. Oh, look. Damn, who's that dude? That's me and my mom, and that's, I was probably 19, 20. I was in prison. That's because back then we could wear belts. That's how I know. Button-up shirts. All right. There's a specific photo I'm looking for. I've used it repeatedly. X marks the spot. X marks the spot. They love Xing us out. They just rub it in our face. Yeah, I guess I didn't go back far enough because I was doing this right before I came on the show. But yeah. Yeah, it's condensation for it, right? That's it. They just lighten the place up. I know you're tripping. You're like, how'd they get in the house? Oh, yeah, here you go. There's a plane. Bus.
Just to prove
The plane.
These are chemtrails and not fucking contrails.
Bust the plane!
These idiots want to believe. Here's another plane up there flying right beside it.
Like I said,
little white dot.
I see these planes fly all day, every day. Welcome to the lunacy. I'll be right back. There we go. I know. And, you know, I think I got a couple more videos, definitely some still shots. You know, passenger planes flying right through a chemtrail. It was, you know, 5 minutes ago it wasn't there. Now it's there. Yeah. Like I said, you know, jokers to the right, jokers to the left. It's, you know, clowns, fools. The show is just, it's nuts. So let me kick that. Now we can go get in some technology. Yep. I'm frozen again. Imagine that.
2026, NVIDIA once again demonstrated that it has long moved beyond being a graphics card manufacturer, and today is effectively shaping the foundation for the future of the entire digital industry. This year, the company did not make loud consumer announcements.
Did you hear that? You want me to back that up for you?
Effectively shaping the foundation for the future of the entire digital industry. This year, the company did not make loud consumer announcements. But if you look closely at what NVIDIA chose to show and what it preferred to communicate between the lines, it becomes clear that much larger plans are at play. The main focus was a new infrastructure for artificial intelligence, computing, and so-called physical AI that operates not only in the cloud, but also in the real physical world. The company concentrated on next-generation platforms for data centers, autonomous systems, robotics, and human-machine interaction interfaces. At CES 2026, NVIDIA showcased the evolution of its next-generation computing platforms, emphasizing the integration of CPUs, GPUs, and specialized AI accelerators into a single ecosystem. This is not just about increasing performance, but about creating an architecture capable of training and running models that approach the complexity of human thinking.
Do I need to replay that for you? This gentleman right here, that's Jensen. He's the CEO of NVIDIA. I can't even imagine what type of protection team that man travels with. NVIDIA is the most valuable company in the world, folks. Do I need to replay that last section again so you can listen to it? NVIDIA is part of the AI team in the United States of America. It's going to singularity, folks. Get ready.
Special attention was given to robotics, autonomous transportation, and systems NVIDIA refers to as physical intelligence, where AI does not simply analyze data, but interacts with the real world through sensors, cameras, manipulators, and vision systems. However, the most intriguing developments at CES 2026 did not happen on stage, but behind the scenes. According to insiders and analysts, NVIDIA began cautiously hinting in its presentations and closed demonstrations at the development of an entirely new next-generation product. This reportedly involves the world's first truly AI-powered glasses with interactive control, which could represent the next step in the evolution of user devices. These are not just AR glasses or another screen in front of the eyes. The concept described by sources implies deep integration of artificial intelligence with the human user, where control is carried out not only through gestures and voice, but also through direct interaction with the nervous system. In terms of
Would you like me to play that again? Yeah, let me back that up for you.
voice, but also through direct interaction with the nervous system. In terms of philosophy, this approach partially resembles Elon Musk's Neuralink, but with a fundamentally different goal. While Neuralink focuses on medical and neuro-interface applications, NVIDIA's rumored solution is aimed specifically at interaction with digital devices and ecosystems. These could be
Did you hear that? Interact with digital devices. That means smart devices. Are you understanding what's going on? Because NVIDIA has its own omniverse, if not omniverses. Omniverses are digital twin universes where everything that happens in reality is emulated in real time by our digital DNA in the digital omniverse through our digital twin. So as long as you have an active smart device, you have a smart weapon. You're in the matrix. Enjoy the show.
glasses that effectively become an extension of the brain, a device that understands the user's intentions even before a gesture is made or a command is spoken. Control of gadgets, work environments, robots, and virtual interfaces could move to an entirely new level, where the smartphone screen simply becomes unnecessary. The company has not officially confirmed the existence of such a product or provided any timelines, but sources claim that work is already underway within NVIDIA's research divisions. And this makes sense. The company has everything it needs: its own AI models, neural simulations, advances in computer vision, gesture-based interfaces, and neural networks capable of operating in real time. Taken together, this gives NVIDIA a chance.
You just heard what he said, right? I'm just going to back that ass up for you.
Vision, gesture-based interfaces,
And you see a little tag on here that says Omniverse, right?
and neural networks capable of operating in real time. Taken together, this gives NVIDIA a chance to create a device that could potentially compete not only with AR glasses, but with smartphones themselves, including the iPhone. At the same time, it is important to understand that such a technology carries not only revolutionary potential, but also serious risks. Any device that interacts so deeply with the human brain would require strict regulation, medical validation, and ethical oversight. For this reason, analysts believe that even if prototypes already exist, the mass appearance of such AI glasses should not be expected in the near future. Regulators, governments, and the scientific community will be extremely cautious about developments of this kind.
Would anybody like to read the plan for AI in the United States of America that was published July 2025? Nothing will stand in their way. Not regulations, not red tape, not laws, not legalities, not lawsuits.
Nevertheless, the very fact that NVIDIA, one of the world's largest technology giants, has potentially embarked on the development of such a product speaks volumes. CES 2026 showed that the company is no longer just a supplier of hardware for AI. NVIDIA is gradually becoming the architect of future interfaces between humans and machines. And if these plans are truly realized, we may be standing on the threshold.
What do y'all see behind that graphic showing the screen for what would be the glasses? Don't you see an eyeball? That's what I thought.
Of the largest technological
Y'all see AI? An all-seeing eye? AI? Y'all get it? Artificial intelligence is the new world order, folks.
transformation since the advent of the smartphone. We continue.
Be right back. All right. Sorry about that. All right, back. What'd you think about that? I know, isn't that scary? It's a terrifying world out there, folks. Where did I wind up? Oh, yeah, let me go. So, I stumbled across this the other day. I don't know why. Forget why. I was doing something, probably doing my research like I'm supposed to. Did you just kick me out? Okay. I don't know if y'all have ever seen this before. I hadn't, but then again, this is Iraq Business News, and this is from December 21st, 2024. So just about 13 months old. In Iraq Banking and Finance News, Donald Trump and the Great Iraqi Dinar Revaluation. This is by a guest blogger, so somebody who remained anonymous. Any opinions expressed are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the views of Iraq Business News or the Fearless Floyd Show. Anecdotal evidence includes inquiries to Iraq Business News seems to suggest that supporters of U.S. President-elect Donald Trump are more likely to believe that the Iraqi currency, the dinar, IQD, will increase in value by an unprecedented multiple, some saying as much as 1,000-fold. The correlation between being a Trump voter and believing in a significant revaluation of the Iraqi dinar, often called the dinar RV theory, is not rigorously studied. But there are social and cultural dynamics that might help explain the connection between the two groups. The dinar revaluation theory emerged after the 2003 Iraq War. The basic premise is that the Iraqi dinar, which traded at around 3 IQD per US dollar before the 1991 Gulf War, but crashed to roughly 1,310 IQD per USD, would suddenly revalue back to its previous rate or even higher. Believers often hold large quantities of physical dinar notes, sometimes investing tens of thousands of dollars. The theory's spread among Trump supporters was facilitated by several factors. The global reset narrative. Many believers connected the dinar revaluation to a broader theory about Trump leading a massive reorganization of the global financial system. This often tied into QAnon-adjacent beliefs about Trump secretly fighting a deep state that was suppressing the dinar's true value. Some involved in orchestrating a coming revaluation. Social media dynamics. The theory spread rapidly through Facebook groups, YouTube channels, and forums that also shared pro-Trump content. Many of these platforms use similar language about mainstream media suppression of both Trump and the truth about the dinar. Currency speculators and scammers actively targeted these communities, recognizing their receptiveness to anti-establishment financial narratives. Political context. The theory appealed to a desire for both financial windfall and validation of political beliefs. Some promoters claimed Trump's Middle East policies, particularly regarding Iraq and Saudi Arabia, would trigger the revaluation. The belief often aligned with broader skepticism of traditional financial institutions and expertise. Psychological factors. The combination of potential financial reward and political validation created a powerful motivational force. Believers often interpreted skepticism from financial experts as further evidence of a cover up. The complexity of international currency markets made it easier for promoters to make plausible sounding but false claims. Investment in the theory often strengthens social bonds within these communities, make it harder to abandon the belief. Despite years of failed predictions, the theory continues to circulate. Some believers have modified the timeline but maintain their basic conviction. The persistence of this belief system, despite contrary evidence and expert warnings, illustrates how financial conspiracy theories can become deeply intertwined with political identity and resistant to contrary evidence. Both Trump supporters and proponents of the dinar revaluation theory often demonstrate a tendency toward the belief in conspiracy theories or hidden truths that challenge mainstream narratives. So for more information about the Iraqi dinar, check in the IBM's dinar page here. So y'all want to take a trip with me? All right, let's go. Bus tickets. Get your bus tickets. All right, dinar page. The Currency of Iraq Comprehensive Guide. Okay. Breaks it all down for you. So here's some good resources if y'all need some. Y'all want to go, check out the dinar. Here's one, Iraqi dinar. IBBC issues major new paper on de-dollarization of Iraq. Well, we know they've done that. Tells you about the exchange rates, the street rate, the bank rate. Dinars to dollars, official list of approved banks. Y'all want to go look at that? Let's go look at that. Oh, you can't fix stupid, the Iraqi dinar scam. Iraqi dinar investments, opportunity or scam. Iraqi dinar is one of the most foolhardy investments you can make. Wow, okay. Damn. Iraqi revaluation scam, false hope, financial deception. Why investing in Iraqi dinar is a bad idea? Well shit. Let's go see what the approved banks are. The CBI has announced that pilgrims can purchase dollars. Nope. Oh. Yep. Okay. These are all the banks. Y'all see any of those next to next to a dollar store or standalone on a corner? No, I didn't think so. All right, so we're back over here to this. There you go. I know you're going, damn it, Floyd. And listen, I hold dinar. I'm in that boat. I got in there too. I listened to somebody. I thought they knew what the hell that they were talking about. When people tell you, I know so-and-so and I know blah, 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 and start talking to these people, and these people, they're telling you things, and then it all circles back around, and when you start hearing the same thing from two different people, that you're like, oh, man, these are stories that are just being passed. These are people's fantasies being passed as truth. So, is it... I understand the people that are in these communities that go hang out on these shows because they don't have another life. They don't have any other investments. That's their investment. They put all their eggs in one basket. Now they're stuck there. Some people are living in their cars, literally. I mean, you know, they're just hung on to their foreign currency. It was the last thing they hung on to. Waiting day by day by day, and these people just stringing them along. Unbelievable. You know, and I'm gonna call Frank 26 out. If you just go to his very first video, his very first one he published on YouTube, and start watching them. Go a year up. Keep going a year up. And you watch this dude, he goes, you know, he's like me. T-shirt, well, he's actually wearing a Hawaiian shirt, board shorts or shorts, flip-flops, walking around. This is a Hawaiian peach tree, and the little fruits on there, they become edible in September, and they turn this luscious rose blush. And then he got turned on the dinar, and whew, that dude's on 11. He's, I call him the, televangelist pimp. That's what I call him. Because he uses the Bible. Oh, y'all have made him very wealthy. Y'all have made a bunch of people very wealthy. Y'all still making them wealthy. What y'all did to Phil Godlewski, oh my God, y'all made that dude rich. A disgraced high school baseball coach who had a sexual affair with a student whose boyfriend had committed suicide, who he groomed, and he got into this whole QAnon and sold Goldco for triple spot. You know, when people went to cash in, they went, well, where's the other 2/3? Well, no, that's ours. You didn't know? I get my cut, Phil gets his cut, and you got your coins. Here, you want them? Hey, Phil, what are you doing in France? Buying a chateau. Hey, Phil, what are you doing in Hawaii? Oh, I'm buying a townhouse on the beach. Phil, what are you doing in Montana? I'm buying a ranch. Phil, what are you doing in Mexico? I'm buying another ranch. Yeah, y'all paid for that. Y'all supporting all these knuckleheads. Clowns to the right of me, jokers to the left. It's fucking nuts. So let's go. Let's go look at some more lunacy. Oh, yeah, I meant to pull this up. Okay. All right. It's all about the same thing. All right. I'll make sure I have the right thing. So let's go look at this page. All right. The value of 1/10 of an ounce of gold depends on the type of product and current market conditions. Oh, let me get my happy ass out the way. I know y'all didn't come here to see me. Came here for the information. Depends on the type of product and current market conditions. A 1/10 of an ounce of American Gold Eagle coin as of the 15th had a melt value approximately $433 and change based on the current gold spot price. This coin contains 0.1 troy ounces of 22 karat gold, along with silver and copper for durability. Its face value is $5, but its actual worth is tied to gold's market price. Prices from dealers typically include a premium over spot ranging from $400 to over $570, depending on the seller and condition. So let's just go with a gold bar, gold round. So a 1/10 of an ounce gold bar made of 0.999 fine gold has a melt value of 429.75 at today's spot price. These bars are often cheaper than coins due to the lower premiums and lack of government design or minting costs. 1/10 ounce gold round non-government, similar to bars. These have a melt value of, again, $429.75, typically sold at lower premiums. So basically we're looking at $430. Just round it off there, okay? Make it easy. 430, 430, 430, 430. Oh, man. Yeah, we'll pick up where I left off. All right. Good news for properly declared Americans and status-corrected individuals worldwide. Coming soon for those people that have restored their status to American state nationals, also known as sovereign citizens on policeone.com, but don't tell anybody that. Our Federation of States has issued a new gold-backed currency, the American Federation Dollar AFD, which will be available via denomination and begin trading at 1/10 of an ounce of 99% pure gold. So here you go. This is worth, it says $1,000, but if it's 1/10 of an ounce of gold, it's only worth $433. American Federation Dollar has launched. They have silver certificates and they have gold certificates. It's official. The American Federation Dollar has launched. After almost 2 decades of work, our new American currency has been launched. It is the beginning of a new way of doing business and a new way of living life for those lucky enough to catch the train instead of COVID-19. Here's the press release concerning our decentralized international trading platform participation. More trading platforms and announcements relating to them will follow. Our system is unique in that it operates entirely under American law in all jurisdictions, so that we are independent of the central banking system, free of the various coercive bank transfer pipeline operations and all the crooked, collusive, AI-driven systems that seek to breach our privacy, coerce our compliance with monopolies, and control our access to the world marketplace. Our banks and our new prosperity centers are also unique in that we use old-fashioned carriage accounting. Money in matches against money out, and that's it. No crooked double or cruel accounting. Well, it's actually called fractionalized banking. You can look it up in the Modern Money Mechanics publication by the Chicago Fed Bank. Each transaction has its own blockchain and its own algorithm and is direct, one-to-one, account to account, no middlemen. Simple as it is, our new bank service is naturally user-friendly and super secure. Our gold-backed currency is similarly built to be simple, stable, and honest. Even our credit is prepaid with tangible goods and services. The American Federation Dollar is the first American sovereign money issued in over a century. It is opening in the market as a digital currency, but will soon be issuing gold and silver certificates for use in support of a cash economy. By our own chartered bilateral banks are leading the way, and our prosperity centers are unique in the history of the world. Never before has any banking institution used prepaid credit as a currency. So what is prepaid credit? Most people have experienced situations where we have prepaid or overpaid a bill, and so have a credit balance with a vendor. Essentially, the living people of this country, okay, so of the United States, not Africa. So my boy over there in South Africa, you you read it in black and white, right? All you over in Australia, down under, over in the UK and Europe, are y'all reading this, right? Okay. Essentially, the living people of this country, the United States of a goddamn America, have accrued a huge prepaid credit balance with our government vendors, and that prepaid balance is now being recouped and distributed back to the people. Y'all want me to back that ass up and read that to you again? Yeah, let me read that again. Okay? Essentially, the living people of this country, of the United States of America, have accrued a huge prepaid credit balance. So how do you prepay a credit? A prepaid credit. That doesn't even sound right. Wouldn't it be just a huge credit balance? Because you're getting credits on account, okay, with the government. So that would be the United States of America, government vendors, which that would be corporations, right? Because only corporations interact with the government on governmental contracts. Government doesn't run a business. And that prepaid balance is now being recouped. So somebody's getting apparently these credits, and they're going to put them back into this system for you so you have access to these credits. Now, let me ask you, where's all this money people deposited into the bank? If everybody has this prepaid credit balance, why would people have to deposit their money into this bank? You remember that bank? That bank at where? 2525 North Loop West Suite 125, Houston, Texas. And who's the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer of the bank? Arturo Colonel. But he's the president of Colonel Financial Services, LLC, Accounting and Tax Services. And then when I went in and talked to that man, he told me he didn't have anything to do with the bank. In fact, the bank wasn't even there. In fact, it was just a courtesy for Anna to allow the use of his address for the website. Oh, well, we're the brick and mortar bank. Well, there aren't any. Oh, okay. Well, it's gold back. So where do I go get the gold? Well, you can't. What do you mean I can't go get the gold? You just said it was gold back. Well, no, everywhere. What do you mean everywhere? So I can go to any bank. I can take this at any bank, and a whole lot of them say, man, give me a gold bar back, right? Well, no, you can't do that. What do you mean I can't do that? It's gold back, right? Y'all go get the gold, okay? Go get the gold. If you're caught up in this whole shit show, go get the gold. Take the gold and fucking run. And for those of you who deposit your money, I'm gonna kiss that shit goodbye. Yeah, I'm over here. Yeah, let me get back to this shit. I don't know why it's. That's why. Get my happy ass out the way. All right. All right. Let me repeat that. Essentially, the people living in their car because they gave all their money to Anna Von Reitz in the United States of America have accrued a huge prepaid credit balance with our government, the United States of America's vendors, which means corporations like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Walmart. And that prepaid balance is now being recouped and distributed back to the people. Well, thank God the fiduciary who's in charge of that, Anna Von Reitz, oh man, we are just so blessed by the Lord to have such an outstanding fiduciary who's been kicked out of her house, surfing on somebody's couch, defaulted on a IRS lawsuit and owes over $1 million to the IRS. Does that sound like a winner to you? Does that sound like somebody that you would entrust with your life savings? Because you numbskulls refuse to do your own homework and go read. All you have to do is go to Wisconsin Secretary of State's office. I tell everybody this. Nobody wants to do it. Go to the Wisconsin Secretary of State's office. Go to the UCC filings. Okay? Type in Anna Von Reitz. Type in James C. Belcher and see what pops up. And I guarantee you, you're going to see 2 UCC filings, one for each of them, and it's going to be copy and paste, word for fucking word, straight out of the redemption manual. So all you idiots out there who think Anna is some brilliant genius, fuck off. You dumb motherfuckers who don't want to do your homework. Let's continue. The new currency issued by the accrual or the actual American government is pure and simple. Hold on. The new currency issued by the actual American government is pure and simple. The new credit is already prepaid. Our bilateral bank system and the new prosperity centers are free and clear of the taint and coercion of the Federal Reserve and the IMF. It's a brand new start, free of debt and free of fraud. Sorry. This is the way that you take your financial sovereignty back, by issuing your own money and operating your own bank system. Well, we're going to see how that works out with AI. We are all familiar with the saying, put your money where your mouth is. We go in one step beyond that and we say, put your money where your heart is. Oh, that's so sweet. If you are sickened by the criminal behavior of the so-called government service corporations, if you don't want your money used to blow up little kids in Palestine or pay for poisonous gene therapies at home, it's time to issue your own money and come back home to your land and soil. What a pitch. If you're tired of paying the debts of foreign corporations or to the IRS or to your mortgage company and putting up with their fraud, malfeasance, their arbitrary, politically motivated coercion, the invasion of your privacy, their misuse of your credit, their usurpation of your constitutional guarantees, it's time to come home and remember who you are. You're an American born in one of the 50 physically defined states of the Union. You're a New Yorker, a Minnesotan, or perhaps you're an Ohioan, Virginian, or Californian. If you were born... She's stuck on the ions. If you're born or naturalized in this great country, you are a state national. Not me. I'd like you to show me any kind of documentation where it says that. Because most people don't know this. Because most people just accepted the narrative of, yes, I'm a U.S. citizen. But do you know that if you're a U.S. citizen, you're also a U.S. national? Oh, I did a video on that. You are not, in all likelihood, a British territorial U.S. citizen, but the king is, misrepresenting you as his subject just the same, as the Federal Reserve considers you're their slave. It's time to make a change. Big, bright, beautiful change. Our online banks and prosperity centers are opening across the United States. Former Land Recording Services, LRS patrons, are reminded that they need to upload their prior recorded documents to the new LRPS, the new one, Land Recording and Publishing System, because the old one just wasn't good enough. Sponsored by the Global Family Group. It's sponsored. Now y'all have sponsorships. That's some self-governance, isn't it? That's what I'm talking about. I just love the hypocrisy. This service is free for everyone and has the added benefit of enabling you to set up your new bank accounts too, of course. Yeah, set up your bank accounts. Divest your life savings, your 401k, your retirement, your pension, your savings, your gold, your metals, your diamonds, what the fuck ever. Just give it all to Anna. Just push it all over there. Just go, hey, I'm all in, Anna. I want to be a sovereign citizen. I want to be a extremist, just like the Ku Klux Klan and Black Panthers, the Banditos, all these extremist groups. Similar services will be available for people worldwide, and development is underway in many foreign countries as their people who are victims the same frauds and usurpations return home and set up their own national banks and national currencies. Oh boy, I can see that going off real well in some African countries, right? Where the warlords run everything. Yeah, you see how that turned out for you? There's going to be no liability, no responsibility, no accountability for this woman telling people to go commit political suicide or whatever. Unbelievable. Full documentary presentation will be available soon, showing you your beautiful new currency and explaining the details. I can hardly fucking wait. You know, and these people keep flying these sovereign citizen flags, and this is just so stupid, idiotic, and they just are. I mean, you know, why would you put a target on your back that says you're a sovereign citizen? And you can argue with, like this clown, you can't be a sovereign, which is a slave, and you can't be a citizen. Or, I mean, a citizen is which is a slave, and a sovereign, which is a king. You can't be both. Well, bull fucking shit. Because, dude, you're on social media. So guess what you're in? The fucking Matrix. Yeah, and they just, these people hype it all up. So I don't see how these numbers, I mean, it's got to fluctuate. It's adjusted to the, current gold market. So I just saw $1,000 bill that was allegedly 1/10 of an ounce. So they're telling you a $50 bill is equal to 13,250. So if you're confused, that's what they're selling you. All this hopium. And they just continue to put this damn target on their back. We're sovereign citizens, folks. Domestic terrorists. That's what they're telling them. Now, listen, there's some great people in there, some real true patriots that completely understand that we have a corrupt and fraudulent government. I agree with that. That's the reason I got into the Texas State Assembly. But that group going nowhere. They will never be autonomous. If anything, they're going to get in a lot of fucking trouble. Yeah, there you go. They would make their own flag if they were sovereigns. It's as simple as that. That's why you see in my logo. What do y'all see in my logo? Do you not see a flag? That's my flag, the Tarvin family flag that I created for my family, for me and my daughter. And anybody else in my family that wants to come under that umbrella. That's what I'm talking about. These clowns, straight clown show. It's unbelievable. See if there's anything else. I'm pretty sure there was. Let's see. I don't think there's anything left in this video that I wanted to show y'all. And Let me show y'all this badass car real quick. There you go. Back that ass up. There we go.
And active aerodynamics. It sounds like a super 1000
Sorry.
Ds.
Ahead of it.
And if you suddenly pick up a guitar, Obado can sync with the music for light effects. In real life, however, it will most likely be used as white noise, exactly for the same purpose people use to simply turn on the TV. The price is around $250. Pre-orders are already open.
Or to sit around and just listen and send data. Yeah.
And today's CES 2026 hit parade ends with something unexpected. Vacuum cleaner manufacturer Dream showcased the electric supercar Nebula. 1,876 horsepower, acceleration.
Did you hear that? Back that up. You can hear that. Hang on. Let me put on closed caption so you can see it.
Nebula. 1,800.
A vacuum cleaner company.
76 horsepower, acceleration.
1,876 horsepower. That's just stupidly insane. Acceleration
From 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 1.8 seconds. 4 electric motors and active aerodynamics. It sounds like a supercar presentation rather than a home appliance brand. Dream is already building a factory in Berlin and promises a production version by 2027.
That's how quick they make shit. It's just insane. Yeah. And that's a robot making stuff. All right, go to the next one.
For most people.
All right. Y'all gonna like this one. Make sure I get everything. Yep.
The idea of getting around on a flying car seems possible only in the distant future. But in China, that reality may not be so far away. The government is encouraging the growth of what it calls the low-altitude economy.
Did you hear that? The Chinese government. Okay? Pay attention.
Aircraft that fly below 1,000 meters. This EHang electric vehicle is the first in the world to be certified by a national aviation authority for commercial use.
With the gradual popularization of low-altitude flights, this type of air taxi will become widespread. It will become a daily mode of transportation, a lifestyle to enjoy.
It takes off and lands vertically, no runway required. And in this case, no pilot. That means I can try it myself. The interior is simple, 2 seats and a navigation screen. The route is pre-programmed. In case of emergency, there's a button I can press to communicate with the operators on the ground, and a small fire extinguisher. But before I could ask about a parachute, here we go! I was off.
Oh, we're going up. Going up. I'm not gonna look down. Am I gonna look down?
This air taxi can travel at speeds of up to 90 kilometers an hour for 130 kilometers. It's quite a view, but a little unnerving not having controls. The company says automation reduces accidents caused by human error. But if you prefer to drive,
I'll try to teach you how to fly this in less than a minute.
there are other options. The firm AirRidge is waiting for regulatory approval for its land aircraft carrier, which can be automated or controlled using a driving stick. The flying vehicle is stored and transported inside this van, the ground unit.
You can store it in your own personal parking space. You can drive it with your own personal passenger driving license to, say, some scenic sites, and you can charge it, use this ground unit to charge aircraft for up to 6 times. So you can fly freely without worrying about the infrastructure.
And the cost? One of these will set you back $300,000 to $400,000. So far, eHung's biggest customers are tourism companies and governments using them for policing and firefighting. But experts say this is just the beginning. As long as you can conquer your fear of heights, the sky's the limit. Katrina Yu, Al Jazeera, Hefei, China.
We did it. I did it.
Yeah, you did it. Flying cars. All right. Go over to the comments and welcome everybody to the show. Hello, Crystal Shaman. How you doing? It's a huge mess, man. It's a shit show. We are in World War III, folks. I'm telling you. Okay, get ready, hunker down. AI is going to come take over everything, and keep law enforcement is going to need all the help it can get. AI is going to assist with that. I keep telling everybody, there's a national wastewater security or surveillance system capturing your DNA. Yeah. So not going to be able to hide. Gaddafi built a pipeline from primal water aquifer, which was going to green the desert. He had like 5 African countries on it for gold black currency. Yeah. Yep. United States hegemony. Nope, you can't do that. Yep, they took him out. Like they take them all out. Same thing Saddam Hussein. He's tired of the sanctions by the United States government. Said, hey, man, I want to sell my oil. So if I want to sell it for gold, I should be able to sell it for gold. And nope. You better stop. We're going to come kill you and your whole family. Oh, you don't believe us? And the ones trying to help humanity, something seems to happen to them. It's discouraging, to say the least. Yeah. Iran said earlier today that they were taking Israel out tonight. Now, remember, as far as I know, me and the Cradle, because that's where I got it from, have reported that Iran has 2,200 kilometers of deep underground military bases. So just break it down for us. That is 1,379.444 miles. So almost 1,400 miles, which I think is, it's probably the United States. Ask another dumb question. 2,800 miles wide. So roughly half. California to Kansas. There you go. So just imagine California to Kansas, if that was a deep underground military base that ran that far with underground cities that contained ports that led out to sea, had ships that would do 105 knots, allegedly. We've seen pictures that they showed having all types of autonomous drone-like vehicles. Mm-hmm. Jesus said it was going to be this way. Well, man, what a shitty way to go. Yeah, 15 books. She's an author. She was an author to begin with. She writes the manuals for data recovery. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. It is the clown world. Spraying us worse than cockroaches. When I watch this shit over my house, and it's almost, today was a clear day. I didn't see one chemtrail. which, really? And you're going to tell me that they're all contrails. Like they just stopped flying for one day. Oh, because the moisture level. Come on. Contrails last minutes at most. Chemtrails last for hours. Yeah. I said this the other day on my show. I was walking out of the post office and the guy next to me was elderly, and I could tell he was older than I was, which is old. And I said, "Hey, what do you think about those lines in the sky?" And he was like, "Contrails?" And I was like, "No, those are chemtrails." Do you remember those staying in the sky this long when you were a kid? And he's like, "No." Like, there you go. Richard, right time. Oh, nighttime. The majority of people are in their bed sleeping. Yeah. They do them across Kodiak, Alaska in the flight corridor. This is everywhere. Everywhere. Florida, Spain. It's everywhere. No. There's a movement for people going back to flip phones right now. Yeah, I would agree with that. Going back to just a standard bullshit, unsmart, no app phone. But see, this is the problem. Most financial institutions or your bigger multinational apps, they all want you to sign into an app. You got to do the double, whatever it is, security thing. So we're going to have to go even beyond that. That's why I said, you're going to have to get off all the smart devices, the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, all the apps, traditional banking system. You're going to have to go back to bartering. If you're not saving your pennies from 1982 and earlier, which means older, back to the wheat pennies, because they are 100% copper. Everything else is junk. Your dimes are junk if they're not 1964 and below. Same thing with your quarters. So they're both junk. Now your nickels, probably should be saving your nickels according to the Economic Ninja. I'm not giving you financial advice, but before I thought about it, I turned all mine in. So, but yeah, I'm looking for assets. Second load was delivered today to my auction house to get rid of all the excess bullshit that I don't need. I'm not going to use. Don't see myself using. Don't want. All of it. Even pictures I took at concerts that, I printed out and copyrighted and signed, had them hang on my walls, the best shots out of 300. Yeah, those are gone, framed, everything. Sold all that shit. Y'all think I'm bullshitting. I ain't bullshitting. I'm serious about this. Y'all don't. I keep trying to tell y'all, man, prepare. Anything can happen any day, anytime, any instant. You saw today with the Verizon phone blackout. What happens when that happens nationwide to all the carriers, and nobody has a smartphone? What are you going to do when you go in a store and you can't operate, and these kids are just like going, I don't have a phone. How do I don't know how to do anything. I don't have a phone. Well, here, kid, let me show you how to operate with cash. Oh, no. All right. Corey, man, we need to get together and do another show, man. So much to talk about. Right? The Magi idiot still buying Donnie Trump's garbage cell phone service and his bathroom. I don't know what that's about. Do they list a chartered bank so we can check on them? No. The prepaid is because they took the gold in 1933, 31 USC, section 3123. Richard, you're prolific tonight. I think you're the number one guy over there. That's a scam if you happen to deposit money into that bank. Yep. Anna's not fair and square with the IRS. I wouldn't give her a goddamn dime if, as a fiduciary, yep. Pop that up. They would make their, yeah, we already discussed that. Yep. Hey, how you doing, girly girl? When are you going to send me the pictures of you in the shirts? Come on. Live up to yourself. She's not trying to create a cult. She has created a cult. Absolutely. They are all brainwashed. And that's it. You know, I've been in them. So, you know, it's not like I'm throwing rocks in glass houses and don't take self-accountability, because I do. And that's why when I discover, hey, guess what, Floyd, you got caught up, you know, looking for the dream, you got caught up. So admit it, face the facts, and try to prevent as many people as you can from doing the same fucking stupid ass thing that you did. But they're not going to listen. They're not going to watch the video because they don't like Fearless Floyd. Fearless Floyd tells the truth. He picks on people. No, I just pick on the frauds. That's who I pick on. Y'all got a problem with that? Then bump it on down, man. I'm here with the Lord divinity in my life, leading the way. Trust me. Anna probably needs to do a refresher course on the Federal Reserve's definition of par value. Man. What a crazy woman. I've been waiting for 2 goddamn months for the Florida Assembly to contact me. It's crickets down here in Lake County. Yeah, probably. And as it should be. Y'all should just completely bail from Anna, just like going, hey, you know, listen, we got our own group, right? Why don't we just create our own flag, or our own county, or our own township? Or how about a micronation? Y'all have so many opportunities available to you, but you all want to stay under some kind of leader, okay? Because there are no rules. There's no constitution. There's no standard operating procedure over in Anna's assembly. It's Anna. Anna makes the decisions, like the cult leader that she is. For example, Texas. Wow. When we blew up Texas, me and Kim Reynolds and Eric Dingus and Brian Lecomte, Mr. McLeod, Clan McLeod, yeah, author Jason McLeod. Let's see, who else was there? The Anthonys, the Reynolds, in plural, Derek Gascon, a bunch of us were there. And when we left, well, you know, what was remaining of the Texas State Assembly members were supposed to vote for a state coordinator. But what did Anna do? She went, oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, all 3 of y'all it. Going 3 state coordinators. Oh, y'all don't need an election. Fucking fools. Yeah, and if you have a battery failure and it falls like a rock, right? We have been in World War III since 2020 when they brought out the Jimmy Jab. Well, it's a little beyond that. Return home, she said, haha, back to your folks' basement. Right? Funny, but not. Yeah, hey, I agree with you on that one. As much as Verizon made off me, I should own Verizon. Yeah, oof. Man, they got y'all when they did that 4-phone deal. My buddy fell for that. Gave him the smoking deal, gave him 4 iPhones. I ended up getting one of them because they were sitting in a drawer Man, I'm stuck with them. I had to buy them. I'm like, yeah, I bet you did. Gave you the okie doke. Metastic is a good alternative for texting, and it's not dependent on the cell towers. Oh, Meshtastic. Okay. Not familiar with that technology. But anyway, I just want to give you all a brief update on what was going on. So, again, you're watching silver, it's going up like $10 a week, just say $7.50, and it's going to continue to go up. Okay. I believe it should be around $400, but it's probably going to, excuse me, man. I just ate eggs. That's weird. Remember, it should be at a 15-to-1 ratio compared to gold. So just do the math. If gold's at 4,600, it's rounding it off. So it should be about 306. So it should be at 15-to-1. So you see where it's at now. It's below 100. There's the numbers. There's the actual equation. 4,600 divided by 15, 306. It's being suppressed for reasons. There's a consortium of banks or whoever that set these prices. It's not supply and demand. It is now. And you're going to see it explode because there's all these silver certificates. Those people are going to have to go start buying silver from retailers, and hopefully they can buy it wholesale. They can get a break, which I doubt they will, to start covering those silver certificates. And if you possess a paper certificate for silver or any commodity, I'd go get it for something that's a little bit more valuable than a piece of paper. If you want some paper, here, I got a piece of paper for you right here. What do you want me to write on it? I'll put anything you want on it. Right? I don't quite understand that, but you go back and get a new device. Okay. So anyway, I think that's everything that I wanted to cover. Let me blaze through here real quick. Oh man, missed that. Oh well. Yay, got new monitors coming. So anyway, I just want to cover all that for you guys. Thank you for being here. Oh, Ann's workshop. Yeah, let me cover that again real quick. This is Ann's Trust Workshop. This is a community that we are establishing over in Telegram, where we will be conducting live workshops talking about trusts, health directives, wills, etc., etc. All the information that's in Ann's 15 books. So this is probably something that you'll want to go get involved in. It's not public yet. Ann's getting everything set up. Like I said, we just started this today, and boom, as we were discussing all this, I threw together this logo. So this is what you'll be looking for. It'll be a circle, and that's what will be in Telegram. You'll be invited to this group. So if you're over in the Fearless Floyd show, you're probably going to be a member. If you've taken any one of the Ann LeFlore's On Trust series classes, you're going to be in the workshop. If you purchased a book, you're going to be in the workshop. You're more than welcome to invite people to the workshop, and please do. And Ann is currently creating a referral system. So the more people that you refer over to Ann's workshop, you get a bonus. Now, this is hypothetical, okay? Because we discussed this, but the more she wants to do things that I've been doing myself, which drains my time, I'm more than welcome to give it to her. So this is all her deal, her idea. So she's setting this up. Now, I don't know what the number is. This is hypothetical, theoretical. Don't hold me to this, okay? I'm lying. No. We just do this out there. Okay, what if you gave us 50 referrals? You brought 50 people into the Telegram room. For 50 people, you get the Run Your Trust Like a Pro ebook. Kind of like a pretty good deal. Basically, $49, bring 50 people, $1 a head. That's the referral. Now, is it going to be 50? Is it going to be that book? I have no idea. Like I said, I pushed all this over in Ann's pile. Well, actually, it was already over in her lap. I just went, okay, you can have it. Do it. Yeah, I'm good. Whatever I can do to help. Well, can you set up a Telegram room? Boom, done. Logo, done. All I got to do is the description, and I'm done. I did my part. Now it rests up to her. So we're going to be covering everything that she is writing in her books. She's an extremely prolific author. I look forward to putting on these workshops for you guys so you can learn all about trusts, how to run them, how to operate them, how to manage them, how to keep the accounting, how to do gift deeds, how to transfer, how to appoint people, how to do contracts with third parties, how to put yourself under contract so you can become a third-party beneficiary that's not an actual named beneficiary in the trust or of the trust. So there's a lot of things I want to do, especially I'd love to set up a family office. So if there's people out there that, you're looking for extra work and you're looking for something to do, hit me up, man. Send me an email, and I would love to develop a family office, and I want to develop a family office. I really do. I think because I have people that need a trustee and can't get a trustee, and this will be on the up and up, straight, legal, level, bonded, the whole freaking 9 yards. So, just hit me up. I want to do that. Also, for 2026, I'm going to continue to live my life normal, like nothing's, well, I know what's happening, but you know what I mean. Okay. Nothing out of the ordinary, but, my goal is to 2027 be on some property, preferably in 2026, but to be on some land and have a plan and develop it as a self-sustaining off-grid property that, the only thing you would pay maybe would be property taxes, if that. To try to eliminate that right off the bat. So if you know anybody that wants to invest in that project, and basically what it is have you ever heard of a REIT? Most people haven't. That was a real estate investment trust. This is a private real estate investment trust. So I want to put this together. You can get private investors and other institutions to invest in it. But I want to build a cookie cutter compound that would go in, developed, and, people that want to move there or buy into it can pick out their little home that is just dropped on there. Everything else is developed and built over a 9-month period, hopefully sooner. And we just start flipping these things, and we'll bring people into the community and train them to do the same thing we're doing and taking it and recreate it elsewhere, because we need to do this everywhere. Everywhere. We've got to get outside these big fucking cities where the matrix has a hold on everybody, where, you have to have a phone to kind of survive. You have to be on an app to survive. You have to have email to survive. You have to be able to text people to survive, or online is your part of your hustle. That's your game. That's where you make money. So you're going to have to redo all this if you do that to make yourself 100% totally anonymous on the outset of everything. You're gonna have to go buy a whole new burner phone. You have to buy it through, you know, your layers of insulation of all your different entities, so it's untraceable back to you. Okay, that's how you have to set this everything up. So you can sell stuff anonymously online. Again, you're gonna have to use the app, but you know, it's all bartership. You're gonna have to learn how to barter, folks. You have to learn how to barter. You're gonna have to learn what's a real asset and what's a liability, what's just a decoration and junk that, you know, just junk. Yeah, it's all memories, but you know, I got the same pictures I had hanging on my wall. I got them on my computer. If I really want to look at them, I'll just turn on my computer. One of these days, I'll put them all in a file, and I'll just have a frame that'll just continuously rotate them. And they already have that. Actually, that was in one of the videos that I played with the car. Yeah, right before that, showing some picture frames. And these frames, you can. They have artificial intelligence where they change the images constantly. Where you can change the mood, you can tell it what you want to see, and it'll create an image for you. Or you can program it, and it'll do your own slideshows, etc., etc. So a lot of new stuff coming on the market. You'll need a tutor. And there you go. So the workshop's coming up. Look for it over in the Fearless Floyd show. I'll be promoting it in my videos. FIFA is coming to Houston, Texas. If you're not familiar with that, that's basically the World Cup soccer that they have every 4 years. So it's going to be a big whoop-de-doo here in Houston. I will be working a lot. My schedule will be picking up. I'm already pulling gigs outside of my normal channel. So I expect that to increase with other entities that I have previously worked for, because they're going to look for skilled labor, skilled technicians to do specific things. So I'm going to be busy. So I'll be working through this with Ann, doing the workshops and the classes. Class is coming up. The trust accounting class is coming up at the end of the month. That might even get pushed into February because of my schedule. Hopefully not, because it's on the 24th and I work that day. Yep. And I don't know how late I work that day. I just took the gig. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. Want to work at the Marriott on these dates? Sure. Didn't even ask how much, because I know I'm going to make really good money with that particular entity. And that's what I like. Some of these people you work for, man, I don't even have to question anything. I know I'm going to make damn good money. Work's not going to be that hard. I'm going to work with a great group of people, probably people that I've worked for many, many, many times. I always look forward to working for Brandon. Private Membership Association, Off-Grid Connolly, basically, yes, that will be 100 self-sufficient permaculture, aquaculture, processing center, cold storage. Yeah, whole 9 yards, everything that you need to be operational, all turnkey, 100%. Okay, we go in, develop it, build it, move on, go do another one. Next time we do one maybe a little bit bigger. I don't know. We'll see how it develops. But this is what I want to do. I want to build a template. If nobody else is doing this, nobody wants to do it. I don't know why. I got Jim Gale. He's got his own gig going in Florida, as well as Corey with the Bigfoot Ranch. If y'all have a chance to go see Corey's videos, Corey, Nature is the Answer. Nita.1, go check him out. He's all into permaculture, as I am. Rob Braxman on YouTube sells de-Googled and untrackable phones. Should be untrackable, not untrackable. Non-trackable. That's what you're trying to get out. FIFA, yeah, I'm not a big soccer fan, so I watched one game in FIFA, and I watched the ref just totally take the game from the other team. And I was like, oh, I'm not watching this. Or one guy in an official uniform that can totally change the game. And that's with all professional sports, but this was just like real enough for me to go, I don't want to watch this no more. Oh, your son is? Okay. Yeah, there'll be a bunch of stuff going on here in Houston, Texas. This will be just a freaking madhouse, especially where the soccer stadium is, because now they are totally developing that whole area with the expansion of the George R. Brown, the removal of 59, and oh man, it's just going to be nuts. So, all right, folks, thank you for coming over here and spending your time, money, and energy with me. I really appreciate it. I hope, almost went pro. Wow. Your time, money, and energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm very grateful, but I hope you learned something, and I hope you can take that with you and educate other people. Share the video. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. If you need to get a hold of me, you can call me on my cell phone 9 to 9, Monday through Friday. Try not to bug me on weekends. I'm working. I'm always working 24/7, 365. I'm never not working. My brain never freaking stops. I wish it would, but it just doesn't. It can't. There's just too much for me to do, but I'm trying to get it all done. So, like I said, I still haven't gone through all my paperwork, that's like 2 years old. So I still got about a stack like that left to go through it, but, I'm getting there. So I've gotten a lot of stuff out today, more tomorrow, my third and final trip, and we'll see where we go from there. Good night. God bless everybody. Stay knowledgeable, stay prepared. Stay updated, and just don't get caught with your pants down. That's all I can say. Stay away from scammers. Reinvest your time and your efforts and your money and all that. If you've been caught up in one of these cults and you catch this video and you're like, oh man, maybe Floyd's right. Educate yourself. Learn about trust. Learn how to take care of you. Focus on your health. Because if you do become wealthy, how are you going to be able to enjoy that wealth if you're in bad health, can't travel, can't run, can't enjoy yourself? If you want to lay around, be lazy, and do hookers and blow all your money, yeah, that's your choice. It's not mine. I've already done that. Good night, everybody.